Hey beauties, morning to you. All right, so I, got up and I saw a video of the videographer, her response to the matter. Unfortunately, and I'm not surprised, her life is being threatened. She says she's even fearful of coming out. And I'm truly sorry about that. That is one of the things that I really don't like with us here. That we feel that we must deal with things, or repercussions must be violent. You told on me, so to speak, and I get rid of you because you damaged something for me. You stopped something for me. We don't think that we must deal with things amicably. We feel that we must snuff the lives out of people. And for that I'm sorry, and I pray that God will secure her. He will definitely safeguard her and protect her from harm and danger. All right, there is a scripture now that I'm trying my best to live by because it's very important. It says, "He that keepeth his life keepeth his mouth," and that is a very true saying. You have to know when to. Kenny Rogers' song almost would want to link to that in a sense, where it says, "Know when to hold, know when to walk, know when to run," and so on. For me personally, she was showing also. Before I get into that, she was speaking with a gentleman who was interviewing her, and she was basically ranting and raving that she did nothing wrong, she spoke no lie. I don't think anybody was saying that she's lying per se. I think it's the fact that because she did what she did, it had a rippling effect, like a domino effect, where now the livelihood of the people are taken away for however long. Hopefully it's not permanent because of the actions or the action of one woman. And she was showing something else where this lady seemed to have done this before. So I don't know if it is a practice of the lady who, when she wants to use the bathroom, she just goes to the side near the food and so on. But he asked a pertinent question, which I said in my other video. I have no issues if you see something on video that is unsanitary and you're dealing with food. But I believe in when you're dealing with matters, deal with it the right and proper way. You cannot lose. Even if you get some backlash when they trace it, what is the word I'm looking for? You'll be exonerated, so to speak. You'll be exonerated because the first thing they're going to say, oh, she went to the person, she put the person on the up and up, let them know that I know what you have done. I don't know if it is because you're ill and, especially if the first time you see it, because they can't judge. You don't know if it's deliberate or it's an accident. So you put them on their P's and Q's that you've seen it and ensure that they go and get themselves clean and the area clean. Now, if you see it happening again, and especially if it's a third time or fourth and all of that, then you can know that this is a trend, this is deliberate, this person is unsanitary. Go to the authorities. Do not publicly post it, because it doesn't only affect that woman, it affects the other woman. Also, it can give a false notion that other people there are unsanitary and do the same thing. That is how we are as humans. You're not going to say, oh, it's just this one here, maybe that one doesn't know. And that is a problem with slander, where it says speaking truth but with evil intent. I can't say you came from an evil place, but the only problem that I have is the fact that you posted it publicly. Her place can lock down without the whole Jamaica coming down on this situation like that. Because if she's unsanitary and it's a practice of hers, the authority would close the place down until she gets her act together, until she gets her defecate together, sort of a situation. But for you to publicly post it, knowing that it would affect, because you said, yes, you said you didn't think I know that it would affect me and so on, but you can't just think about you. You have to deal with you. But what are you going to do when the others can't pay their bills, can't send their children to school, can't buy the things that they need, some of the things that they want, and no money is coming in late? It's very difficult. That's a very difficult situation when money is not coming in. So I'm not saying that you can't report the matter. Obviously you would have to, because now you're brought to the light, to the fore, that this is something that was done before. All right, now my simple caution to you was, go to the authorities. You can't go wrong that way, because you would have been doing due diligence. You would have been doing due diligence. So fine, you video it, you see something that is unsanitary, wrong, unwise, okay. I don't. You said I don't know what you were saying to the man, because he asked if you've been to her before. Like you said, I don't know what you were doing. You demonstrated a sound that didn't make any sense to me, right? And I don't know if you really went to her before to put her, on the up and up to say, and I don't know if this is deliberate or if you're ill, but I ask that you cease, that you stop from doing something on site. We're dealing with food, whatever it is. If you have to chide her, if you feel that it is deliberate or not, but find out, let her know. I guarantee you, let her know. She may not necessarily do that again. May not. I'm saying may. Not saying she wouldn't. The second time, you see that, your video. You realize that it's a trend, and it because it's food and it is unsanitary. Make sure you go to you say to her, notify her. Said I've spoken to you. I don't know if even if your situation was one of illness, you could have I've spoken to you before, this or that or the other. You could have said to one of us, come here, something's happening to me, horse and comfort, please help me. You just have to do that. And whatever. If she doesn't respond in that manner, then you say, I have no choice because you're dealing with food. I have to go to the authorities on this because I can't afford you to create some sort of contamination to the food and diseases and sicknesses. So people come, especially with, you're already even dealing with seafood. That is, you see the whole situation behind it. But go to the authorities. Go to the authorities. Don't take matters in your own hand. Sometimes you make your good be evil spoken of. Sometimes we make our good be evil spoken of. So it's not going to allow. So some people are going to be on your side, which I've seen in the media. Some will not be. And the ones who will not be on your side are going to think of the fact that you really defamed also their character, their reputation rather, and stop their livelihood. You don't want to box bread out of anybody's mouth. That's a dangerous thing to do. That will cost you your life. It can cost you your life. Especially with the fact that you could have dealt with it differently. You video her, fine. Go to the authorities. Because I don't believe in people being unsanitary. I do not subscribe to that. But I have to go with what the lady said. She said she wasn't well, or she suffers from high blood pressure. She took a hot beer. I think that's what she said, a hot beer. Now, the beer probably so powerful that as she drank it, she said by the time she's ready to make a move, whoodum, it came down on her. She said she used a tissue wipe up herself, threw it in the bin, then went and washed up herself. I heard her saying that. So unless she's lying, I don't know. You're saying that it's not the first she has done it there. You see, again, that is why the authorities should have come into play. Take it to those who are in charge, who deal with that area. Take it to those who deal with that area. Not to the public like that, because you're going to have people saying all manner of things. And then you have the people now the other people who probably they're not unsanitary, they're clean, and they have their customers, and they need to, they need to earn. When they see that they're sitting at home not earning, the anger that is going to overwhelm them, my dear lady. When you see that you're not earning, the anger that is going to overwhelm them, it's not good. It is not good. So beautiful people, we have to think about it. Something came to my mind and I said, let me say it this way for you to understand. If your child is a thief, a kleptomaniac, and you realize there's a problem, you don't need to publicize it to the entire Jamaica. Go to the right powers that be. Counselors, psychiatrists, maybe the law you may have to go to, depending on the situation. Sort that child's problem out with the right remedy, with the right authority. The right authority is not just throwing it to the public like that. It's not a matter of voting and you're going to say, Jamaicans who we think we should vote for this one or that one. It's a similar situation. So you deal with it obviously, but use the right remedy, use the right ingredients, use the right people. You can't just get up and say, okay, you're going to publicize something on somebody when it can have a rippling effect. It's a number of you I always pass, almost on a day-to-day basis. Right? And, it's not nice to know that you're not earning. And I guess out there interacting with the people, getting more customers. So, lady, you have to think. I tell you, this public posting of things is not good. You have to be very careful. You have to be very, very careful. If you're hitting out on injustices and so forth, as it relates to the laws of the land and certain things with politicians and whatever, speak against that. But be careful of what you do in terms of it can hurt their livelihood and hurt them to a point where it can cost them their lives too. It's not going to be pretty. Please. So fine, video it, go to the authorities, but don't publicly post it. That's the part I disagree with. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel, share this message.